students. Today I am going to explain about the game theory. What is the meaning of the game theory? See here, the game theory. The game theory is a game between the two persons. Game theory is a body of knowledge which concerns with the study of decision making in situations where two or more rational opponents are involved under the condition of competition and conflict interests. You see, for example, take two friends here. Alright, their names are X and Y. They are best friends, but once if they enter into the examination hall, they become enemy because everybody wants a good percentage in the examination. If somebody helps one to another, simply says, I don't know, like this. So the type of mentality, the type of argument, the type of decisions is called as a game theory. Game theory means a competition between the two persons, a competition between the two types of businesses. That is the definition of a game theory. Now come to the point here. It is a two persons sum game. Yeah. Come to this point. Now, so that is yes, come to this point. The next part of point definition is two persons zero sum game. Two persons, the game between the two persons. The two persons zero sum game is a situations which involves two persons or players, and a game between the one person is equal to the loss of incurred by the other. That is natural. For example, gain and losses. That is the definition of the business. So if the one person wants to occupy the good position in the game, automatically second person have to face the last positions only. So it means, for example, take best example is there are two companies, Coca-Cola and Pepsi, because they are well-known companies in the world. Once if they enter into the business, I mean to say that if the business already started, so they are struggling for a larger share in the market. Now the Coca-Cola and Pepsi are struggling for the larger share in the market. Now any share of the market gained by the Coca-Cola company must be lost share of the Pepsi. It means the Coca-Cola wants a gain. The opposite, the meaning of the another meaning of this one is a Pepsi almost occupy the position in the loss only. It means the sum of the loss, the mathematics plus 5 and minus 5 is equal to 0. Like this, if the 40% of the profit, I mean share profit, is getting the Coca-Cola company, at the same time minus 40% of loss will get the Pepsi company. It means plus 40 and minus 40 is equal to 0. That is the meaning of the game theory. Come to the point of the payoff. What is the meaning of the payoff? Payoff nothing but the outlet, outcomes of the game due to adopting the different courses of action by the competing players in the form of gains or losses for each the player is known as the payoff matrix or a payoff. Decision of the game. Once if you enter into the game, now decision is purely depends on player only. How to take the decision? Sometimes he will take the correct decision, definitely he will win the game. Like this, in business point of view, invest low investment and your ideas, and you always concentrate on the maximum profits only. That is the meaning of the decision of the game. So what is the meaning of the decision of the game? Decision of the game, in the game theory, the best strategy for each player is determined on the basis of some criteria. Since both the players expected to be rational in their approach outcomes from his objective and then selects the best strategy out of these outcomes from his point of view or as per his objective. It means of a business or the game, how to take a decision point. But don't think always in a, to profit way. Don't think always in loss way. Sometimes plus or minus is there. Now come to the point of the strategy. What is the meaning of strategy? Means action. So what is the meaning of the strategy? It is the predetermined rule by which each player decides his course of action from his list available to him. List available to him. It means that, for example, if any player enters the game, into the ground, now first his aim is, so how to control the game. First one, the next one he understands the game, the next one again he try to understand, win the game. That is the three basic points. So that is the of a timetable or the action or the activities available to him. How one course of action is selected out of various courses available to him is known as on strategy of the game. Next, types of the game. There are two important types of the game. One is pure strategy, another one is a mixed strategy. What is the meaning of the pure strategy? It is a predetermined course of action to be employed by the player, predetermined and before calculate the action of the game. The player knows it in advance. Means before entering the game, first to try to understand the first point to the last point of the game. After that, you have to start the game only. So this type of activity, this type of actions are coming under one category. That categories are called as a pure strategy. It is usually represented by a number with which the course of action is associated. The next point, is come to this point. Next, come to this point. So another definition is a pure strategy. Already you know the pure strategy. Come to the point, another type of the strategy, mixed strategy. In the mixed strategy, the player decides his course of action in accordance with the same fixed probability distribution. What is the difference between the pure strategy and mixed strategy? In pure strategy, before going to start his game, he plus or minus he calculated something about the game, mathematically or physically, whatever it is. But in the case of the mixed strategy, it will be calculated the result analysis of that game on the basis of the probability. Here there is no probability, here is a probability is there. Probabilities are associated with each other, with each course of action, and the selection is done as per the probabilities. The mixed probability, mixed strategy is mainly depends on probability distributions only. Now come to the point that there are two important terms which are coming under in the game theory: maxi-mini, mini-maxi principles. What is the minimum to maximum, maximum to minimum? Because if I start the maximum investment, some areas I will definitely get the minimum profit. Sometimes if I start my business minimum investment, definitely I will get the maximum profit. So that is a simple concept which is available in the game theory. The maxi-mini and mini-maxi principles. The maxi-mini criteria: the maximization player lists his minimum gains from each strategy and selects the strategy which gives the maximum out of these minimum gains. Minimum maxi criteria: the minimization player lists his maximization losses from each strategy and selects the strategy which gives him the maximum losses out of these maximum losses only. That is the difference between the maxi-mini criteria, mini-maxi criteria. Now come to the another important definition in the examination point of view. In particular, game theory is a saddle point. Examination point of view, it's a very important question. Define saddle point. Please note down. It's a very important point. What is the meaning of the saddle point? Saddle point. The saddle point in the payoff matrix is one which the smallest value in its row and the largest value in its column The saddle point is known as equilibrium point in the theory of game. Equilibrium point. No profit, no loss. That point is, in business point of view, is also called as a saddle point. So how to select or how to identify the saddle point in a given problem? And there are important three points are there. So select the minimum value of the saddle point, put a circle mark. Now once if I solve the problem, definitely I will explain how to identify the saddle point. First of all, please try to understand the theory of the or the definition of the saddle point. The next point is select the maximum value of each column and put a square around it. These two symbols where they intersect the value of the both circle and square is the saddle point. Yes. Types of yes, come to the point. Another point, types of game theory. There are two important types of game theory. One is a graphical method, another one is a non-graphical method. The other name for the non-graphical method is dominance method. Dominance means dominated. One person how to dominate to other person. In business point of view, if two brothers are already started business, the elder brother is always thinking how to get the maximum profit than the younger brother. That is a business. That is the definition of the business. Like this same. Now, suppose if you want to calculate the saddle point, particularly in a game theory, so there are two important methods. One is a graphical method, another one is a non-graphical method. The other name for the non-graphical method, dominance method. Come to the point of the steps for a graphical method. So if any problem is given, that is the m into n or 2 into n or m into n, divided 2 by 2 sub-matrices. That is a very important point. And the next one, because already this is connected to the probabilities. I mean of the probability. What is the definition of the probability? The main probability is the value of the probability is always less than 1 only. So the boundary two alternative strategies of the first player are shown by the two parallel lines showing on the graph. The next point is the gain equation of different sub-games are plotted on the graph sheet. Okay. So dear students, better to start one of the important problem. Okay, so take one problem, non-graphical method. So the problem is given like this. Solve graphically. So problem. So solve graphically. Problem is given like this. Problem is given like this. player A and the player B. It means 8. I mean to say that 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8, the elements are given like 8, 5, minus 7, 9, minus 6, 6, 4, minus 2. Okay, so this is the problem solved by the graphical by using the game theory. Only the thing is already let these points, so this is solution, how to take the solution value. So the simple thing is first to take the same tabular form over here. Okay, take the elements 8, 5, minus 7, 9, minus 6, 6, 4, minus 2. Okay, so let this as a P and this as take 1 minus P1 or whatever it is, P1. Okay, now I have to select it, I mean if B, select a strategy, write like this, if B, select strategy. Strategy and we select the strategy. This is expected payoff. We have to write like this, expected payoff. Okay. Now there are the 4 things are there. B means 1. So what is the 1 here? I mean to say that 8P1 plus minus 6 into 1 minus P1. So simplified expression 8P1, I have to calculate the P1 value, minus 6 plus 6 P1. So that is equal to 14P1 minus 6. Go to the second one. Okay, take this. 5P1 plus 6 into 1 minus P1. So 5P1 plus 6 minus 6P1. That is called as 6 minus P1, the second equation. Go to the third like this. The third point. So what is the third here? Third. So 7 minus 7P1 plus 4 into 1 minus P1. So minus 7P1 plus 4 minus 4P1, that is equal to 4 minus 11P1. So 4 to 1. 4. So 9P1 minus 2 into 1 minus P1. 9P1, this is simplified expression, minus 2 plus 2P1. That means that 11P1 minus 2. After that, please refer the steps which are available. I mean to say that this is a graphical point. See, so this is a, I mean to say that take 2 vertical lines, how to draw, how to calculate the value from the graphical sheet. Take 2 vertical lines. 2 vertical lines like this, 2 vertical lines like this. So here is a maximum value in the given problem is a 9. So and minus is a minus 6. So you take this as a 0, take 1 centimeters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like the same parallel line. Parallel means of this 0. Same thing. 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 and 6, 7, 8 and 9. Come to this point of zeros. Zeros means of these are the negatives. Negative value means this is the minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. Like this here is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. Okay. So the thing is, first the point is, take this, how to take the value. Let this as a R. R means right hand side. L means left hand side. So in our right hand means this 8 units. 8 units in our right hand side only. 8 units. To take this like this only. So how to take this value? See, 8 minus 6. The first column value is given in the question. Right side, your right side is this is the R. This is the R. Your right side. This is the L, left side. So this is the, I mean to say that plus 8 and minus 6. Minus 6 means this is the minus 6. Minus 6. Join these 2 points. Join these 2 points with the scale. I mean to say that because I want. So join these 2 points means of to join because not possible because of it is running, dancing. The point is a pointer. Join these 2 points. And this. Okay, now this has a number 1 first line. Now the second line, second plus 5 plus 6 plus 5 and plus 6 like this. Like join these 2 points. Number 2. This is the first line. First equation. Second equation, minus 7 plus 4. Minus 7 is in our right hand. Minus 7 is better to take this. Minus 7 plus 4. This minus 7 means this one. Plus 4 means this one. This one. Join the point here. Join these 2 points. So how to take this point here? Like this. Third equation. Third line. Next to fourth one. Plus 2 plus 9 and minus 2. Plus 9 is the right side. Minus 2 is on left side. Join these 2 points. And these 2 points like this. So this one. So the shaded part means of the plotted area. Because the problem is given, the elements are given horizontal. Please note down, this is a very, very important point. If the problem is given in the horizontal problem is given in horizontal. So the shaded area should be below the lines, below the lines means all, like below the lines is this line only. Please shade this part and take this value. What is the intersected value here? Intersection is this one. This point is called as a game value G or V, whatever it is. So from this point to G, how many lines are passes through this G point? There are 2 lines. What are the lines? Number 1 and number 3. This is a number 1 line and this is a number 3 line. These 2 lines are passes through the point. That point is called as a G. So 1 and 3rd lines are passes through G. So therefore 1 and 3. Okay. What is the 1 here? 1 is relatively given problem. This is the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is the 1 here? 8 minus 6 minus 7 and 4. So you have to take the 2 by 2 matrix only. So what is the 2 by 2 matrix here? So matrices are 8 minus 6 minus 7 and 4. So please try to understand the question, students. If the problem is given 2 by 4 or 2 by 3, whatever it is, please try to convert the given problem into 2 by 2 matrix. Please refer the steps which are given in the notes. So this is the way. So now what is the basic formula for game value? Therefore game value let's come to this point here. So difference of these two, first row value you have to write here. So 8 minus of minus 7, 15. The difference of these two means you have to write down 4 minus of minus 6, 10. So the all values are positive only. So the difference of these two you have to write down here only, 14. So 4 minus of minus 7, 11. So what is the total here? The total equal to 25. These are 25. If both are same, your problem is correct. Therefore game value V equal to A1 C1 basic formula plus A2 C2 by C1 plus C2. What is A1 here? Let this as A1, A2, B1, B2, C1 and C2. What is A1 here? 8 into 11 plus minus 7 into C2. C2 is nothing but 14 by C1 plus C2 plus 11 plus 14. Now come to this point. Please simplify the expression. So the solution is 88 minus of 7 into 14. 7 into 14. So 7 into 14, 98 by 25. So that's minus 11 by 25. Okay. Minus A1 C1. A1 C1. Okay. 88 minus 98. 11 divided by 25. What is the value here? Minus equal to minus 0.44. See, this is the final solution of the A value. Understand me? So I will explain once again. So that now come to this point. They explain how to calculate the A value between the two persons using the graphical method. The game value is calculated from the two methods. One is the graphical method, and the one is the non-graphical method. The non-graphical method is also called as a down-based method. That is the secondary. Leave it the secondary point. Come to the point. The game value. So the game value solved graphically. So the problem is given like this. So 8, 5, minus 7, 9, minus 6, 2, 4, minus 2. So this is the result analysis of the player A and player B is given like this. Only the thing is, because this is a purely calculated, so already you know the definition of the strategy, pure strategy and a mixed strategy. So it depends upon the probability only. So let the P1 and P2. So you have to write the calculation, the equations like this. If we select the strategy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the value. So 8 P1 plus of minus 6 into 1 minus 3. Calculate the equations like this. After then, how to calculate the game value from the graphical method. First of all, draw the two vertical lines. In that vertical lines, take 0. Better to use your scale 1 centimeter. Take the 9 units of the upper positions 1 centimeter. Same position of the right line also. Below the minus values minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, like this only. The question is only the important point of how to take the elements in the graphical method. In that point in the problem 8 minus 6, you have to take 8 on your right side line, right side vertical line. Right side vertical line means this is the vertical lines 8 and minus 6. Join these 2 points. Like this, all put a first equation, like the second equation, third equation, fourth equation. Once the lines activities are completed. The shaded part, how to take the shade, whether it is upper or middle or below. If the problem is given horizontal type, the shaded part should be taken in below the lines, below the constrained lines. So that below the constrained line means this is the shaded part only, shaded part. So once these lines are intersecting any two lines only, two lines are intersecting any one point, that point, let the point is equal to G. And another important point is please identify the lines, those lines and passes through the G point. There are two lines. What are the lines? 1 and third line, 1 and third equation. So next, now given the problem is given of 2 by rows into columns, 2 rows and 4 columns value convert into 2 by 2 matrix. So how to calculate the value? Difference of the first row. Difference of the first row means 8 minus of minus 7, 15. Write down the second position. And come to the second row difference. 4, not minus 6, minus 7. Don't take minus value. The value is always positive values only. 4 minus of minus 6. Write down the second position like this here. Second position. And come to the point. Vertical value. 8 minus of minus 6. Write down the 14. 4 minus of minus 7. Write down here. So let this as A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. The gain value for the value is small formula. A1, C1 plus A2, C2 by C1 plus C2. Take element, substitute here, calculate the value. So what are the equations here? 1 and 3. Please write see here. So what is the equation here? 1 and 3. Compare the equation. 1 equal to 3. So what is the first equation? First equation is equal to 14p minus 6. 14p1 minus 6 equal to third line. Third equation is 4 minus 4 minus 11 P1. I mean calculate the probability value. 14 P1 plus 11 P1 equal to 4 plus 6. So that's 25 P1 equal to 10. So P1 equal to 10 by 25. Please write down the value here. So the value of the probability, I mean to say that 10 divided by 25. So 0.4. Probability value is at 0.4 only. 8 into 11 88 minus 7 into 14. That's all. So this is the way. So now this is the how to calculate the difference value. So dear students, I am going to solve one more problem, graphical method. Please note down this problem. Solve the following game. Solve the following game using graphic method. Using graphic method. Problem is given like this. Minus 7, 6, 7, minus 4, minus 4, minus 2, 8, minus 6. So this has this problem. So solutions. How to take the solution value. Now take this equations like this. So put the value here 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 1 and 2. So minus 7, 6, 7, minus 4, minus 4, minus 2, 8, minus 6. Okay, so what is value here is the A and B value. A expected, A select the strategy. First write down the equations. So if A select the strategy, and expected payoff, of B. This is the B and A. So what is the way? 1, 2, 3. This is the A and the B. Let me say. So 1. What is the one here? Let this as a P1. Here is a P1 probability. P1 here is a 1 minus P1. Okay, so minus 7 P1 plus 6 into 1 minus P1. So what is this? Minus 7 P1 plus 6 minus 6 P1. So that is equal to 6 minus 14 P1. The second equation, second one. So how to take the second here? 7 P1 minus 4 into 1 minus P1. So 7 P1 minus 4 plus 4 P1. So that is equal to 11 P1 minus 4. Go to the third one. So what is the third one here? Minus 4 P1 minus 2 into 1 minus P1. Minus 4 P1 minus 2 plus 2 P1. So 2 P1. Okay. Minus 2 P1 minus 2. Okay, the fourth equation. So what is the fourth equation? 8P1 minus 6 into 1 minus P1. Simplified expression, 8p1 minus 6 plus 6p1. So that is equal to 14p1 minus 6 over. Next, graphical methods. So how to take the graph here? So take this two graphs method. Two verticals. Understand? Keep the space. So what is your highest value here? Plus 8 minus 7. Plus 8 and minus 7. Okay. So this is 0 here, it is also 0. Take one more unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the same process, parallelize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The minus is a minus 7, so no problem. So let's take the minus 1 centimeter. 1, 2, up to minus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean to say that minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. Write this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. Okay. Check the first is nothing but an R. Understand? So your so here is the RL. This is the R. This is the L. R and L. Right side, your right side minus 7, your right side minus 7. Okay. Minus 7 plus 6. Plus. Join these 2 points. Join these 2 points. Number 1. Number 2. Plus 7 minus 4. Plus 7 minus 4. This is the second equation, second line. Go to this. Minus 4 minus 2. Minus 4 minus 2. This third. Next one, plus 8 minus 6. Right side plus 8 and minus 6. Minus 6. And minus 6. Now, so here the shaded part. If the problem is given, note. So what is the note here? Note, if the problem is given vertical type, the shaded part should be above the constraint lines. Above the lines means this one. So this point is equal to G. Let me point. So from G, what type of lines are passed through? 1 and what are the lines here? What are the lines here passed? 1, and the last line is 6 and 6. 8 and 6 means the fourth line. This is the fourth line. So fourth line and first line intersecting here 1 and 4. 1 and 4. What is the 1 here? Minus 7 converting to 1. Minus 7, 6, 8, minus 6. Okay, so the difference is 14, 13, 15. So the difference is, what is the difference? 6 minus of minus 13. You write down here. The difference is 14. So like this. Here the difference is, write down here, 15. 6 minus 6 is 12. Check it the total. Total is very, very important. So this is a 27. That's all. If both are same, your problem is correct. Now the game value V is equal to, what is the formula? A1C1 plus A2C2 by C1 plus C2. Let this as A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. So what is A1 here? Minus 7 into C1, 12, plus A2, 6 into C2, 15 by 12 plus 15. So 7 into 12. So 7 into 12. 84 minus 84 minus 84 plus 15 into 6, 90 by 27. So that is equal to 6 by 27. 6 divided by 27, 0.22. So this is the value V is equal to. So how to calculate the P1, 1 and 3? So 1 and 3 lines are passes through the 1 and 4. So 1 equal to 4. So what is the one line? Minus 7 P1. What is the one first? Please note down this value here. What is the one? 6 minus 14 P1. 6 plus 6 minus 14 P1 equal to fourth line. What is the fourth line here? 14 P1 minus 6. 14 P1 minus 6. So 28 P1 equal to 12. Okay, so P1 equal to 12 by 28. By 28. So probably equal to less than 1. That's all. So this is the important question. Please check it out. To say that vertical method, because the graphical methods are two types. One is the horizontal type, another one is vertical type. So it is a horizontal type, already you know that. R is vertical type. Vertical type, the problem is given like this. So let this as a RL, right and left side only, A strategy and a expected payoff like this. You have to, you know how to calculate the, prepare the equations. Next, what the thing is, shaded part, above the lines and below the lines. Below the lines means, if the problem is given horizontal type, it means the elements are given horizontal type, you have to write down like this. Vertical type means of take the shaded part should be above the constrained lines, above the constrained lines. So like this. So already you know, first you take the two vertical lines according to your problem, take the scale 1 centimeter on left vertical line and the right vertical line according to the given problem. You take the 0 to 9 because the 9 is the highest, plus 8 is the highest element here. So that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 8. Here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 8. The positive and negative value is a minus 7. So but to take minus 7 below the 0 line. And I take this as a RL, minus 7 on right side line, right side vertical line. I put a mark here, plus 6. Plus 6 means take the left line and join these 2 points. Like this, first if you know the all vertical line, lines, the activities of lines are over, then the shaded part and come to the point. If the problem is given vertical type, the shaded part should be above the lines. If the problem is given horizontal, below the line. So this is the above the line, so draw the shaded part above the constant line. After that, identify the G point, intersecting point. And another step, please check which two lines are passes through the G point, whether 1, 2 or 2, 3 or 1, 4, whatever it is. But here the problem is 1 and 4. These two lines are passes through the G point. So that take the 1 and 4 as a of element. It means the given problem is converting to 2 by 2 matrix. That is the value. If you have the 2 by 2 matrix, you have the basic formula. What are the basic formula here? A1 C1 plus A2 C2 by C1 plus C2. That is a K value. So write out here. Next, how to calculate the C1 C2 value means, see the first row values. The first row values from these two row values. Difference of these two. Don't take minus 7 minus 6. No, 6 minus of minus 7. It means these two values and these two values is always positive values only. 6 minus of minus 13 here. Difference of these two, write down here. Again, difference of 2, write down here. Difference of 2, write down here. So after that, using the basic formula. What is the basic formula? B is equal to given value. B equal to A1 C1 plus A2 C2 by C1 plus C2. Take all values, of elements substitute here. Next, how to calculate the probability? P is nothing but a probability value, because mathematically, for this value, it's probability value. So already you know the difference in the probability. What is the meaning of the probability? The value of the probability is always less than 1 only. So that identify, first take the 1 and 4. So already you know the first equation line, second equation line, compare to the two equations, you will get P value. Check the value of the P is always less than 1 only.